Webinar? Great. Welcome everyone. Thank you for joining in RBS Intellect webinar with University of Waikato. We will do a bit of a brief. This webinar will be divided in three different parts. One brief about New Zealand, second University of Waikato, and we'll talk about New Zealand with the residence pathways and what options are available. Great. So again, given background of RBS Intellect, we are working with more than 100 plus education providers in New Zealand. Globally, we work with 300 plus providers. We are having offices in 12 different countries and around 100 plus team members. So we are welcoming you all, and please let us know wherever we can help you out in the whole journey. So as we start, we have Ashish with us from University of Waikato. Ashish, few seconds from you brief about yourself. It will be helpful.
Sure. Kia ora everyone. So myself Ashish, I've been working with the university for more than 7 years now as a regional manager South Asia. Really looking forward to doing my best to ensure to interconnect with you, not only about what RBS will talk about as New Zealand, but also share a bit more information on University of Waikato. And thank you for joining for this webinar.
Great. And for myself, guys, I am Bharat Chawla, Director of RBS Intellect. So we will be talking about various things, and with the team in my back end, we'll be supporting a lot of things to answering all your queries. So for everyone, please make sure that you're welcome to ask your questions in the Q&A box. We'll be answering it accordingly after the presentation is finished. And as a basic rule, where is New Zealand? I believe we are talking about New Zealand today. So New Zealand is we call as in the middle of the world. It is not at the corner. New Zealand is roughly 12 hours from Los Angeles. You can say direct flight from US, direct flight from China, Singapore, Australia, or a lot of Southeast Asian nations. Yes, if people are joining from subcontinent, India, Nepal, Sri Lanka, Bangladesh, Pakistan, it's an indirect flight either coming from Singapore, Malaysia, or it's coming from Dubai or Qatar. New Zealand is one of the Commonwealth education destination, which is the OECD destination. We know why we are New Zealand is more stronger and positive on. We do talk about every time, but again, New Zealand is one of the safest countries in the world. We have been ranked always in top 5 in terms of quality. We are in top 3% quality in terms of institutions, in terms of living, in terms of opportunity, what we're seeing in terms of lifestyle, a diverse multicultural environment. Roughly 197 nationalities are there in New Zealand. If I say 190 plus nationalities are there, it's a very diverse culture. And at the same time, the land size is bigger than UK and Japan comparatively, and we have 5.5 million people. So again, if you see, size is pretty big and going in. Happy to answer questions if anyone you have, but at the same time, what we're doing is that we will talk through a basic structure of New Zealand education. So New Zealand offers courses from certificate level to PhD. Practically before certificate, there is all schooling sector. Now students are eligible to come to schooling in New Zealand also, but because we are with University of Waikato today, we'll talk about courses which are primarily linked to University of Waikato levels. So certificate level 4, which is 1 to 2 years, is equivalent to we call as foundation year in New Zealand or other countries. We have diploma level 5, 6, 7, which is 1 to 2 year. These are first year, second year, or third year equivalent of bachelor's. Then we have bachelor's level 7, 3 years. Again, I've mentioned IELTS scores in front of it or equivalent English language requirements. Bachelor's 3 years, we call level 7 in New Zealand. Practically, this is one thing you have to remember in New Zealand. We call them levels apart from the designated qualification, what you see, bachelor's or master's. We have postgraduate diploma, which is first year of master's also, which is level 8, 1 year, IELTS 6.5, no less than 6 equivalent, required as entry. We have master's level 9, which is 1 to 2 years, and we take as IELTS 6.5 again. And the last, not the least, we have PhD, which is level 10, which is what I can see questions are there already. It is the highest level which a student can do when they come from overseas. And IELTS score 7 or 6.5, no less than 7, no less than 6.5 or 7, depend upon which PhD you're going in. before I hand over to Ashish, I'll talk about post-study options. Now, just reminder to everyone, this is a webinar. We will not allow you guys to speak. Please put your question in Q&A box. It will be helpful to us. Now, students coming to New Zealand, and we will be talking more and more. While you're coming to New Zealand, you need to see which qualification are giving you post-study work options. So if you're talking about masters, if you're studying 1 to 2 year masters, it gives you 3 year of post-study option. But if you're coming for a bachelor's, which is 1 year, it will give you 1 year study option. But if you're coming for bachelor's, which is 3 years, it will give you 3 year 3 year post-study option. So you need to see which qualification you are doing. You're welcome to connect with any team member of RBS. Please email us hello@RBS Intellect. We have a lot of free counseling sessions which we can help you out with. And at the same time, remember, if you're coming for any diploma courses which are not in green list or a specified list, you may not get post-study work visa options. So please do take care when you are choosing a course or qualifications to go in. And here you go, Ashish. We'll leave it to you, and you're welcome to go in now. So again, by the time Ashish shared his slides, so please everyone put your question in the Q&A box. It will be helpful, and we can help you out with your answers. Ashish, we can't hear you. Can you, Ashish, we can't hear you. You're on mute.
Okay. Kia ora everyone. Thank you, technology behaves in its own way. Kia ora everyone. Thank you for joining at this webinar with RBS Intellect. We really appreciate their support to us in the market as one of our key agent partners across the region. When you look at University of Waikato and think about studying in New Zealand, it's important for you to align where is university is all about. And if you look at the map of New Zealand, which has two parts to it, the North Island and the South Island, the University of Waikato is located in North Island, and we are not too far from Auckland. I'm pretty sure and confident that most of you, when you think about study in New Zealand, Auckland comes as a very common choice in mind of students across the globe. And that's quite true because it's one of the largest commercial cities of New Zealand. But over the last 5 years, there's been a big dramatic change. The cost of living has gone high, there have been infrastructure issues, and our location of University of Waikato makes us very strongly aligned to that city. So we are located in Hamilton, which is the 4th largest city of New Zealand, and we are also located to the second campus in Tauranga, which is the 5th largest city. It also has the largest port of New Zealand as well. Our distance between Auckland to Hamilton is 90 minutes. That's it, which means we are very well connected to Auckland. And our Auckland Tauranga is 3 hours, 20 minutes. So we are not moving parts, but we are very well connected to Auckland, and you save a lot, which I'll talk to you a bit more as I get into my next slide. And that's the point I've been talking about, the Golden Triangle. If you look at where we are, the whole region of North Island is, especially the region of Auckland, Tauranga and Hamilton, is known as the Golden Triangle region, and it's one of the fastest growing region in New Zealand. And look at the two very interesting updates out there. 50% of all the jobs in New Zealand are part of this region, and it contributes to more than 50% to the country's GDP. And if you look at the annual salary in the Waikato region, it's around 74,000 New Zealand dollars, all-time high, which means if you are choosing to come to New Zealand, and if you're coming to Waikato University, either in Hamilton or Tauranga, one thing is pretty sure: you're coming to a region which is a growing region, which has opportunity for your future growth and opportunity for employment as well. As a university, we are a comprehensive institution. We have close to 16,000 plus students as of today across our 4 campuses, and out of which there are 4,000 plus international students, which comes from 60 different nationalities of the world. So it's a very diverse international student campus, and that's really important because when you study at a diverse campus, we want you to become a global citizen. And that's the whole perspective, how university education will look like. Rankings are important. I'm sure when you do your research and look at across different web pages or different AI tools, which have now become the flavor of the market, we are currently still ranked in the top 300 in the world, 281 precisely. We are #1 for research in New Zealand as of today, and our business school, which is really competitive, is also jointly highest ranked business school in New Zealand with University of Auckland, and we are a triple crown accredited business school. The key part for Waikato, keeping international student interest in mind, is a lot of our programs are 12 months master's degree, which does ensure, as Bharat said, there is an opportunity of a 3-year post-study work visa, which means while you're studying, you could work 25 hours in a week part-time, but once you finish, there's a very stable post-study work visa, and that ensures you have an opportunity to gain an international experience. I will talk about scholarships a bit later to give you a bit more idea on how it works and what options we have for international students in a detail. In a nutshell, that's how the Hamilton campus looks like, and that's the actual image of the campus. It's not an AI generated image, it's an actual image reflecting the campus is spread over in 65 acres. It's one of the largest campus amongst the 8 universities of New Zealand. It does not only include your classrooms, but it also has a lot of things to do on the life skills and skills beyond classroom as well. And that's the Tauranga city, and the inside picture what you see. Tauranga is a vertical campus. So university got established in Hamilton in 1964. We are a 60-year-old academic institution, and we opened our Tauranga campus into 2019, and we are still building our international enrollments on this particular campus. Before I get into some of the popular qualifications, employability, which I'm sure is a key aspect of study abroad journey, and a bit on scholarships, I thought it's good for you all to get a feel about what University of Waikato is all about.
Video will be
able to hear the sound?
Yeah, there is no sound coming. So it'll be
no sound coming? Okay. Sorry, is the sound coming or not coming? Sorry.
No, it is not. The sound is not coming.
Okay, I'll just. So basically, on the audio, everything looks clear. But
yeah, I think we can go to slide up in pieces.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
No problem.
Thank you.
All good. Okay. Unfortunately, sorry audience for that. So employability is critical because I feel that when you choose to study abroad, you always look forward what university can do to make your journey better, whether it is in terms of part-time work or whether it is in terms of full-time work. So as a university, we have a very strong career and support team for international students. When you come over to study on campus, you finish your enrollment, you have some of these opportunities what university do for international students. And if you look at the image carefully, we organize 2 career expos for international students, one in the month of March and one in August. And that really helps you to engage and network with people from industry to know what you should do right, what you should be careful while you are studying. And it's really, really important. We do have a career and support team which also helps you to design your curriculum batching, helps you how you should work through to make your network right in New Zealand. The business school and the School of Engineering organizes an international career day, which also helps you. They bring alumni on campus to talk to you all and to guide you again what you should do right. So, which means as a university, we do our best to ensure that you're either working on an engagement in the form of a project, or it could be in the form of an activity with a staff member. But definitely the key for success in New Zealand and at university is network. Reach out to people, because when you start networking with local people, it really helps you to get better employment options in New Zealand. That's a very quick slide on some of our key career partners. Some of these names might sound very different to you, like Mainfreight or Audit New Zealand or even Dio Plus, but these are huge organizations. If you look at Fonterra, which is the world's 6th largest dairy farm company and number 1 of New Zealand, a lot of our graduates get an opportunity to engage with them. There are some common names which you might know, like a KPMG or a PricewaterhouseCoopers or EY. But again, as I said, it's a very diverse, exhaustive list of some of the career partners. And this is helpful for you all because this just gives you a direction that you're coming, and there will be a mentoring and a guidance for you all when it comes to how your career should progress as part of your study opportunities at the university. As I said in the start, we are a comprehensive institution. So we offer most of the programs for international students, except medicine and architecture as of today. So we do have art, psychology, education, engineering. You'll be surprised to know that we were one of the first New Zealand universities to launch a master's in cybersecurity, and we have a cybersecurity lab. We have a school of law. We have a pathway program through University of Waikato College. I could see at the start there were a lot of questions on PhD. So we do have a school of graduate research, which manages the higher research degree applications for international students. Jumping quickly to the next slide, which talks about some of our very popular master's degree for students across the globe, especially South Asia and Southeast Asia. So if you are listening to me well and reviewing the slide very carefully, then these are our 180 credit points master's program, which means these are conversions. Students can come in from any background and apply for these courses. There's a flexible entry requirement. There is no dissertation. So these are taught master's degree, and some of them are very unique. Look at data science. We are all looking at how the world is moving to a stage where the employment opportunities will be fantastic for people who want to become a data scientist or want to work as a business analytics and even work in the area of consulting as well. Environmental planning. If you look at New Zealand, sustainability is a key part of the New Zealand framework. Great course to come in. Great opportunities for international students to work in urban planning space as well. Masters of Management, which comes with agribusiness, business analytics, marketing, project management, supply chain. These are all specialized skills where the employability will look for future, especially agribusiness, because if you look at New Zealand economy, it's the second biggest contribution to the ecosystem of the GDP. So there's a very strong focus on how the careers will progress as well. And professional accounting, that's a unique course to Waikato. I'm not sure if you do your research well, but if you find out there are close to 4,000 plus shortfall of accountants across Australia, New Zealand, it's a fantastic course with a very strong demand for employment opportunities for international graduates. Some of our other master's degree, which are usually require you to have an academic background. So if you're looking for a technical course, we expect you to study that bachelor's degree in your undergraduate level to apply with us, or if you're looking for a component to progress to a PhD, or you have an expectation to get into research, then we have Masters of Business, which comes with our business school. We have Masters of Science, Arts, Social Sciences, Cybersecurity, AI, Masters of Law, and Masters of Engineering Practice. Our Masters of Engineering Practice is very popular because it's offered in specialized area of civil, mechanical, electronics, material, and processing. I'm just giving you a very generic idea, but if you have a specific questions on any of these qualifications, feel free to put in the chat box, or please reach out to the RBS team and they'll be happy to guide you through how to progress with it. Practical information, and that's important because that's where you all think about it, how to apply and how to go about it. So when it comes to our undergraduate programs, the fee is around that's a fees around 30 to 45,000 New Zealand dollars per year. But if you look at our master's degree, because some of our master's degrees are 120 credit points, and the fee range could be between 40 to 53,000 New Zealand dollars, and some of our master's degree at the 180 credit point qualification are between 56 to 75,000 New Zealand dollars. Now, when it comes to entry requirements, especially at the postgraduate level, we expect you to have a B or a B minus, which means that if you have completed your undergraduate degree anywhere in the world, we will calculate the grade equivalency for the final year of your bachelor degree. So even if your overall bachelor degree score is not great, but if your final year bachelor degree grade is around B or B minus, you will have a very good chance to secure an offer letter from the university. And the best part is we do not have any application fee for international students. So you can reach out, apply, and get your application assessed. And that is really helpful. English language is key. Unfortunately, we do understand that some of the students would want an English language waiver, which is available, but it's on a case-to-case basis, and there are preconditions to it, which admissions would love to check, and then only it's possible. But if you're attempting an English language exam, then IELTS requirement is 6.5 with no band less than 6. If you're going with Pearson test for English, it's overall of 58 with no band less than 50. And if you're going with Duolingo, it is overall of 120 with no band less than 105 for postgraduate programs. Scholarships, that's important because I do understand that when you look at studying overseas, there's always an possibility, can I get something because I've really worked hard at my undergraduate degree in my home country? The answer is yes. So we have the Vice Chancellor's International Excellence Scholarship. These are based on academic merit. For the bachelor's degree, the award value is 15,000 New Zealand dollars flat. And if you are coming for a master's degree, it could be between 8 or 10,000 New Zealand dollars for international students. Please remember, these are merit-based scholarships. So the higher the GPA you have in your undergraduate degree makes it possible for you to get these awards. Please apply separately after receiving your offer letter. And a lot of time a student do a mistake. So please remember, the scholarships are only possible if you applied before submitting your visa application or payment of your tuition fee. At this moment, we are running a campaign at our Tauranga campus, which offers Masters of Management in Marketing. If some of you are thinking to study that program at Tauranga, you all will be eligible for an automatic $10,000 scholarship for this particular program, which is offered at our Tauranga campus. Before I get into my last two slides, now some of you might miss out on a scholarship. Don't worry, don't be nervous. Reach out to the RBS team. We will be happy to go back to the international office or the department and see if there's a possibility of any amount of bursaries for you all. Now, bursaries are at a discretion of the division, so we can definitely try for it. So don't hesitate. to reach out to your counselor. If you receive a decline notification for scholarship, we will be very happy to support you with bursaries to ensure the journey and transition is smooth to the University of Waikato. Student life, for the last 15 minutes, I've been just talking about employability, courses, scholarships, but life at university is beyond classroom. We have more than 60 plus clubs on campus. We have a UniRec center. We have a well-being hub. If you're coming so far away from your family, you might just feel sick. Sometimes you might not feel really good. We have a pharmacy. We have a student center to support you. So please seek out and reach out to them. And we do a lot of events across, and we have a very strong pastoral system, which means you're not disconnected. We do a lot of events to ensure that you're connected back to your country. And when I talk about 60 plus clubs, they are very unique. Like we have a pizza and a movie club. We have an adventure and a trampoline club. We have a design club. We have an entrepreneur club. And if you feel as a student something is missing, just reach out and they'll be happy to set up a club for you if you can manage it. And that is how your life beyond classroom looks like. That's my last slide, which is accommodation. So we do have the university accommodation, which is on campus. We have on campus and self-catered accommodation. Now these are please on first come first basis because we have limited spaces. But when we say on campus catered would mean this is more preferred by undergraduate students because all the meals options are taken care by us. And most of the postgrad students prefer a self-catered accommodation. They'll have a kitchen cabinet and prepare their meals as per their own taste and choice. If you really want to look at how the accommodation looks like, please visit our website, which has an entire information of images, and that will give you an idea if you would like to stay on campus or off campus. All campus accommodations are just 7 minutes walk from each of the departments across the university. And that's me. And I'll pass on my now to Bharat to take it forward from here. Thank you for listening to me with ease and patience. Thank you.
Great. Thank you, Ashish. And again, for everyone, guys, I'll be covering some part of the study to residence pathway. I mean, I'm not a licensed advisor, but we have a team of allies and I've got my couple of my slides checked. These are few slides for everyone. I'm just want to make sure that please put your question in Q&A box. After I finish my slide, we'll go towards the answering that questions. So, study to residence pathway. Now, a lot of people ask that what's the options and benefits to study in New Zealand. So one of the benefits is that there is a pathway and opportunity to become a resident or to stay in New Zealand for longer term. There are policies to bring your family in New Zealand, which is spouse and kids between age of 5 and 18 on a dependent visa where you can either they can work or they can go to school. But if they're above 18, they have to come on a different category of visa. Now, at the same time, New Zealand is one of the good places to bring up family, which we always recommend that if you're coming, it's something which to go in. I will talk about some of the points systems. And New Zealand have a point system. We for a residence pathway, every student have to reach a 6-point scale. With masters, they can get 6 points if they have done bachelor's equivalent, which is in New Zealand, or equivalent now recognized in New Zealand, or they've done bachelor's from New Zealand. Otherwise, they get 5 points. They have to work in one skilled work role for 1 year to get 1 point out of their 3 points. If they're doing a bachelor's, you get 4 points, and then you have to cover that 2 points in the 2-year work. Now, just to remember, guys, as it was mentioned also, there are jobs in New Zealand, but it is not that jobs are waiting for you at an airport. It's always, I recommend, you need to give yourself 3 to 4 months to settle in the country and then see how it goes. There are opportunities, and Ashish and me will talk about that in various questions for sure. Now, if you're coming for a teaching qualification, you are in a skilled area, you can apply for green list courses, which can give you pathway to direct resident under tier 1 or tier 2. Again, we can talk more about when you can share your CV and details. So everyone will have their own case to go with. Now, just for reference, if you have a partner, you're coming for a study level 9, you can get a work visa equivalent to amount of study visa your partner is getting or student is getting. Dependents between 5 to 19 or 18, before 19, if I say that, they can study in New Zealand schools at no cost. If you are out of that category, you have to go on a visitor visa and take your family. So please carefully choose these options. Now, RBS don't charge any fees for student visa application if you're offshore or outside New Zealand. When you're in New Zealand and you're changing your visa from other categories to study visa, you need to use licensed immigration advisor. We have various advisor on our panel. Now it's same, just giving a pathway, how things go. You apply for offer, we help you to get your visa document collected. We apply on your behalf to Immigration New Zealand. It takes between 5 to 8 weeks for visa outcome, and that's where things move on. There is a bit of process here. It is not a straightforward option. Now, just to give heads up, we are working for other countries too, but just to cover in that, there's a team across the globe in various countries which can help you out. So we have offices around the world, just to give you update on. Now, we have a team of immigration advisors which can speak at least 9 languages, if I'm not wrong. They can help you what areas, what to do. We do have a Canadian and Australian MARA agents up with us, which can help you to transfer from other countries if you are there. Now, here we go. We are on a Q&A. So Ashish, I'll be putting some questions and you're welcome to answer. So for everyone,
Sure.
Thank you again. Please keep putting your question in Q&A box. Otherwise, we will make sure that we will put some questions for your reference also. So Ashish, in PhD, what's the process of PhD? I can see a few questions, and how to get supervisor and how to get scholarships for that. Over to you.
Sure. Okay. Here, if students, great question. It's just that post-doctoral studies are managed by School of Graduate Research. So if you're planning to study a PhD qualification at University of Waikato, your step 1 has to be focused on finding out a supervisor who can approve your research proposal. So if you go to our website under the School of Graduate Research, we have a link to a faculty profile where all the faculty profiles are listed and the email IDs are mentioned. So the step 1 is to reach out to the faculty directly, put together your research proposal. If you have done some publications, please refer to that as well and send it to them. The academic staff will review that request. They might take a month or 2 to come back to you, but that's the step 1, which is the most critical step when it comes to success of securing a PhD admit with Waikato. Because once you have got that step through, you will receive an invitation to apply, and then only you can submit your application for a PhD with the university. If you submit an application without an invitation to apply from the academic staff, it is declined automatically. So my advice is, if you are planning to study PhD with us, please reach out to the faculty, look into their profiles, write to multiple academic staff members, and then keep following up on your invitation to apply. And once you have it, the process is simple and straightforward. The PhD scholarships are up to 33,000 New Zealand dollars. Those are academic international scholarships. You do not need to do a separate application. Once the PhD team assesses your application along with the invitation to apply, and if you have a very strong academic grades at your undergraduate level, at your postgraduate level, then they will automatically provide you that particular scholarship. So the scholarships are purely based on your academic assessment of your documents. The good part with PhD is that it can be started on any day of the year. There are no intakes to it. So usually the first Monday of every month, the PhD graduates are welcome. So you do not need to worry about your intake. you need to focus on securing your admit, and that's the advantage with the PhD qualification. It's a domestic tuition fee for international student. So at this moment, it's around 7,000 New Zealand dollars for a year. So if you do not get a scholarship, the 3-year PhD qualification might cost you around 21,000 New Zealand dollars in the form of your tuition fee. And the best part is you can work full time as an international student in the country.
Thank you, Ashish. So again, just to give you everyone, guys, like Ashish said, PhD fees are equivalent to domestic students. So, if you're getting some scholarship or we call stipend, it'll be helpful. But please, the offers take time. Now, just also to make sure that when you're applying for PhD, you need to make sure that research area is very broad and it have a lot of options. Because one thing is that you still need a work option to go for a resident pathway. We can have a detailed questions on that later. Now, if you're applying for a very specific PhD, you're welcome to reach out to faculty. Again, I always say go to university website, see what kind of research are going on. If they're relevant research, what is as per your synopsis or proposal, it'll be easier to get into it. If you are into a non-relevant area, it becomes challenging. Again, Ashish may agree with that, because if research is not happening into that university for that area, you may have to wait a long time. Going down from Nazia, my domain is education. I want to get admission into education leadership and management. How can I find potential professor who leads me? Now, again, Nazia, if you are going for a PhD, what Ashish said, we have to follow the same thing. At the same time, what I recommend for all people applying for PhD, you are welcome to apply for master's option. At the same time, by research or master's by coursework. That can be alternate way to go and come and study to New Zealand. It is similar outcome, except you are not allowed to work full-time while you're studying. You're allowed to work 25 hours. While in PhD, you can work full-time while the time you're completing PhD. So for everyone who's applying for PhD, make sure that you're doing a good comparison for a 3 to 6 years PhD compared to 1 to 2 year masters. It may look easy, it may be a bit of a challenge too. Now, I can see a couple of people are raising their hands. Please ask question in Q&A box. We can't allow to ask questions here. Now we have KN Zubedi. Do you have a plan to provide Masters of IT 180 point in November intake? So Ashish, that is a faculty question or your question? I don't know that.
No, I can answer it because you're perfect. Thank you for answering that question. I do understand that you would like to study November intake with us, but unfortunately, the November intake for Masters of Information Technology is more meant for students from non-computer science background. So, which means it's a 2-year, 240 credit program. If you are having a computer science background, or if you have studied an undergraduate degree in that area, we will highly recommend you to hold on till Feb intake, because in Feb intake, you could either do a 12 months 180 credit Masters of Information Technology, and your diversity also goes high. You do have an option to study Masters of Data Science, Masters of Artificial Intelligence, or even a Masters in Cybersecurity as well.
Great, lovely. Durjoy, that's why yes, you said about getting scholarship, one should have a high CGPA. But if someone have low CGPA like 3, then how can cover up their low CGPA getting scholarship?
Sure.
We have
I can answer that. That's okay.
I
can answer
I know, Ashish was saying that if you can compare, provide options of bursaries and scholarship in a bit more detail,
Sure. So great question again. We do understand, we value that international students do look at opportunities in the form of financial incentives. As mentioned on my slide deck, scholarships are based on academic merit because that's the nature of those awards. If you haven't got a great GPA, as you said, 3, you should not worry. If you're keen to studying at Waikato, reach out to your RBS team. We do have the International Engagement Office bursaries for master's program, which are up to 8,000 New Zealand dollars. So once you have an offer in hand and your counselor reaches out to us, we can put up your nomination request, and usually we get an update in 3 working days on it. We have taken care of students. We do understand some of you might have missed out on a great grade at your undergraduate level, but please don't worry about that. Yeah.
Great. I think we've covered this answer for Dojo also. I mean, we have talked about PhD option, guys. We will not repeat. Windojo in New Zealand is best for pursuing PhD programs. I believe I can simply say that New Zealand PhD is a domestic fee, which is very different from other countries. But at the same time, New Zealand is one of the good country to study for sure. In any case, what you study, it's a small country to remember. Ram, master's with outside, bachelor degree, 5 points. Again, Ram, if your bachelor's is recognized, you may end up getting 6 points. We are getting more details on this when policy goes live in August, so it'll be always helpful. We are saying to everyone, there's nothing wrong if they recognize a bachelor's outside New Zealand, you may end up getting 6 points. So, but you still have a good enough time. Ashish, you want to add on that?
No, it's absolutely fine. Can you just repeat your question, because I think you were answering on a migration side, so I kept quiet.
Yeah. So it was like a master's student can get 5 points or 6 points.
Yeah. I think at this moment, students, it's difficult for us to say, as Bharatji said, that it's a policy talk which is coming through. So we would advise you to hold on till August. It will be a bit more clear. And then I think all of us will be more confident to give you a clear direction. But at this moment, what I will really advise you is that the one side of the coin is definitely look at to these things, but the other side is you also need to look at New Zealand from a perspective of a stable and the third peaceful country in the world. So if you're looking to study and thinking of coming to New Zealand from a long-term perspective, I think it's a great destination to explore at this moment, given the employment focus, given the stability and the safety, which is becoming a very important aspect in decision making for students to study abroad.
Great. So we'll go back to Ashok. What is the opportunity of double masters with marketing as major? So again, Ashok, yes, you can do double masters.
Yes.
There's no problem in that. When visa is not an issue on that side. Ashish, you want to cover on that?
Sure. I think again, you're absolutely right, Bharat and Ashok. When it comes to double masters, it's all depend on what you have done in the past and what you are choosing. Because you should choose your next master which upskills you, and that's the unique part about it. You should not just do something which you've already done. It does not add value to who you are, and then you're spending close to 60,000 New Zealand dollars on it. So my advice would be have a pre-counseling session, discuss your profile to see who you are, what you have done, and what will work better in terms of upskilling yourself for your future career. Bharat, you're on mute.
Sorry. Thanks, Nat. So we got Dr. Manoj. Does Masters of Engineering practice in mechanical engineering consist of 800 hours of work placement? Ashish, well done. Okay. Even I want to know that.
No, that's okay. So Manoj, I think you're crossing wires here. So we have the undergraduate program, which is Bachelor's of Engineering Honors. At the Bachelor's of Engineering Honors, we offer 800 hours of internship, which is 400 hours at the end of second year and at the end of the third year. When you are coming for a master's degree to us, it does not include an internship. Let me be honest here, straightforward. A master's of engineering practice is either a 12 or an 18 months master's degree. It includes your core papers. If you are a mechanical, it will have an option either to do your core papers in mechanical or mechatronics, but it will have a capstone project. And that capstone project is key for your success, because we have the large size engineering labs on campus. How and well you do your capstone project will have a reflection of how you get intersected with the industry in New Zealand.
Great. Again, I want to just repeat for everyone that you are raising hand for questions. Please put on Q&A box because we can't allow you to speak. So please put a question on a Q&A box. Again, so actually there will be a bit of questions on that. What is the fees after scholarship? I believe it's a range, guys. Ashish, over to you. Give a range.
No problem. So it depends on, so let's just look at an example. If you're planning to do a 12 months master's program, which are around 60,000 New Zealand dollars, and depending on what amount of scholarship you get, whether it's an $8,000 or a $10,000 scholarship, you can subtract that particular amount. So if you've got a $10,000 scholarship, your fee for a 12 months master's program would come around 50,000 New Zealand dollars to study with us approximately.
Great. What's the difference between bursary and scholarship? I believe Ashish.
Sure. That's okay. That's okay. That's a great question. Thank you, students, for asking. The big difference is the scholarships are merit-based. So scholarship recognizes how you have done well and performed. And obviously, as I said, the scholarships are 8 or 10,000 New Zealand dollars, whereas bursaries are up to 8,000 New Zealand dollars. So some students get 4,000, some students get 6,000, the maximum is 8. And the word bursary means that it is just a recognition that you are keen to study with us. So international office is happy to get you that discount for your study with us. The key difference is a scholarship. You can always, when you apply for jobs in future, you can mention in your curriculum vitae that you've received a merit-based scholarship from the university that adds a value in terms of your curriculum vitae and networking with people back in New Zealand. So that's the big difference here.
Great. We'll go to Michelle Kazi, a student who completed diploma in Toronto, Canada, 2 years program back in 21. Can she come to NZ to pursue her bachelor's? Also, what's the maximum study gap accepted in New Zealand? So I can answer this question in one point, and then I'll give it to Ashish, because I will help Waikato College here also. So you're welcome to get an assess for a bachelor's. If there can be exemption, we can discuss on that. But you're also eligible possibly to go for a pre-master's program leading to master's. Now, in terms of study gap, till the time you are working and doing something, that's not a gap. Study gaps is acceptable if you have a sufficient background, what you have done in that remaining years. That is between 4 to 5 years in this case. That's the two options here. I'll give it to Ashish to answer on the Waikato side. Ashish, you're on mute, so like me.
No problem. Okay. So basically the idea here is it's difficult for us to confirm to your entry with us, but definitely you can apply. We'll have to review what undergraduate degree you're planning to study. We'll have to see what you have studied in India and at Canada to calculate the equivalency and advise you. But if you get accepted, great. We have a comprehensive undergraduate degree available across most of the subject areas I highlighted as part of the faculty slide. We do have scholarships of 15,000 New Zealand dollars for the first year of study for a bachelor degree. So my advice is the step one is share your documents with the RBS team, get your pre-counseling done, apply with us, and we can come back to you in 7 working days to update to you whether you're acceptable to study with us in Bangladesh, in the campus or not. Yeah, because it just got flicked with the message on the chat box. Yeah.
No worries. Again, going back to, I don't know, Mr. Tendi, I will be applying for Feb 2027 intake, and I apply for scholarship as well, which is going on now. I believe, yes, you can apply for offer letter now. Scholarship will be opening.
Scholarships are open. Scholarships are open. So if student gets, scholarships are open for 2027. Bharat,
great.
No problem.
Lovely.
As soon as, please understand that we are closing scholarships today for July intake. So if some of you are attending this from a July intake perspective, if you missed out on a scholarship, please reach out to the RBS team for a bursary. But these scholarships are open now for November 2026 and Feb 2027. So as soon as you have an offer in hand, please go ahead and apply. And our turnaround time of scholarships is 3 weeks from the date you apply.
So thanks you, Ashish. There's another question on the scholarship. Is applied for first year only? Yes, it's applied for first year only. It's not divided in 3 years.
Yes.
Ashish, are there any scholarship for second and third year?
So to be honest, no problem. Great question. To be honest, International Engagement Office has no role over it. So my answer would be yes and no, which means that when you're first coming to the university as an international student, you get your first year award from the International Engagement Office. But once you get into your second and third year, if your academic division has any kind of scholarship or any kind of award based on your performance, I would advise you to reach out to your academic division and they would be the right people to confirm to you. There is no certainty that there would be an award available, but if they have anything, you can check with them what is the step to apply for those particular respective award. But these are very, very course specific and division specific.
Great. We'll go to Kiran Iqbal. My question is regarding acceptance letters of IELTS if you're official or academic. Is English still needed to appear in IELTS for PhD? I mean, just a bit,
Yes.
what I understand this question is that IELTS is needed or a PT is needed. Depend upon which country you're coming from, what you've studied in past, school of education. If you've studied in English medium, it might not be accepted. If your country is not approved under the NZQA or approval from a university. When Ashish, you're welcome to add, because next question is the same. Is CLPIP is accepted for English language?
Okay. So first thing first, I think when it comes to English language requirements, the IELTS needs to be academic. We don't accept the journal one. So you need to give an IELTS academic to apply for any undergraduate program with us. The other test you mentioned is CPE, or what's the name of that test? Can I have the specific name, please?
I think it's certificate in language. I mean, the details are not
We
there,
don't
but
accept. So
yeah.
CLEP we don't accept. So to be honest, the three most popular tests is IELTS, TOEFL, Pearson test for English. We do accept language certificate as well, and we do accept Duolingo. And if you have gone with a Cambridge English exam known as CPE, Cambridge Proficiency English, if that's what you're referring to, then it is accepted. Otherwise, not accepted any other test. Yeah.
Okay, so next question is, can I bring my spouse while studying graduate diploma in digital business? See, you can bring your spouse on a visitor visa, but not on a work options. Graduate diploma courses are basically linked to green list, are welcomed. Again, if you are looking for certain options, we'll recommend, please discuss with us. We can provide you the pathway options, what are there. Masters, again, do you have masters by research or a masters of research option in management and marketing?
Yeah, so we don't have an 100. So first thing first, that when you say masters by research, we do not have a degree which will give you a full-time work right as part of your course of study. Let me be honest here. We do have a Masters of Business and Marketing, which is from the Hamilton campus. It's a taught and a research program, which will only give you 25 hours of part-time work, right? And you should have studied a marketing degree specialized in your undergraduate level to apply for this Masters of Business and Marketing program with us. But please remember, this is not a taught research 100% component. Be very mindful about this.
Great. Manoj, I've applied for master's program 3 weeks before for July intake. Still did not receive any offer letter. Please advise how much time it takes.
Can I have the name of the course, Manoj, please? Which course have you applied for? I can quickly tell you right away.
Manoj, if you can email us if you applied for RBS, if you applied for somebody else, then it'll be great if you can put a message separately. Dema Yoshi, could you please confirm whether an 11-month-old child should apply for a visitor visa or dependent? I mean, Dema, we need to see what course you're applying and what you're going for, and what are the other categories. Again, they can be dependent child visa, visitor visa, depend upon what your course you're applying for. So please, I mean, any personal questions, please email us at hello@rbsintellect.com or info@rbsintellect.com. It will help us to answer your questions in a much better fashion. And we have a free 15 to 20 minutes LIA guidance session also, so you can book with us. Please email, it's no cost for you guys. Kiran, we have answered your questions if I'm not wrong. Dema, could you please confirm, we have done this answer to, this is Nafisa from Bangladesh. I'm graduated from Northeast University. Will it be able to apply directly for masters to go on through foundation, as I don't have any work experience? Ashish, over to you. Ashish, you're on mute, so can't hear you.
I think I need to still understand what student has done because I can't see that question here to be very sure.
So question is that is somebody said from Northeast University.
Okay, Northeast Bangladesh, all good.
Bangladesh, yeah.
Okay, so basically, unfortunately, Northeast is I think it's a Section 2 university. I'll still have to cross-check. So at this moment, we accept Section 1 degrees from Bangladesh universities to be equivalent to a bachelor degree. But if it's if Northeast University in Bangladesh, if it's a Section 2 university as per our equivalency level, then unfortunately that will be an associate degree and might not help you to get a direct master's degree at the University of Waikato.
Great. Again, anonymous attendee, BS Zoology, that's Bachelor of Science Zoology with 3.64 CGPA, looking for master's option in scholarship and low fee.
Great profile. You can, no problem. You have two options. It depends on what you want to look at your outcome. So you have a Master's of Science in Molecular and Cellular Biology to apply with us. That's an 18 months master's degree with a combination of a taught and a research component. But if you want to move a little away from sciences, then Master's in Environmental Planning is also a very good course. You can even apply for Master's in Environmental Planning as well. That will open up your scope to work for your career in areas like city planning. You could work in some of the government bodies into sustainability. You can even work with city, town planning in terms of how sustainable cities should become for future living. So I think it's about you. Your GPA is fine. We have a Feb intake. You can definitely apply. And once you have an offer, as I said before, then you can submit your scholarship application. The scholarship panel will go through it and will come back to you in 3 weeks' time on the outcome of the same. Yeah.
Some of the questions are around the offer letter and IELTS review. So guys, offer letter can take anything between 2 weeks to 6 weeks, if I'm not wrong, Ashish, depend upon what's the background.
Yeah.
It can be faster also.
It can be faster as well. And in one word, I will define that. If you remember my slide on conversion programs, which are assessed at admission level, we can turn around your offer in 5 working days. And if it's a faculty assessed program, which could be engineering, cybersecurity, and other areas, we can get your offer in 2 working weeks, which is 14 days. Okay. Now, in terms of IELTS waiver, unfortunately, we cannot promise you. I'm going to be honest here. It's purely on a case-to-case basis. I would say that if you have studied your undergraduate degree and within 2 years of completing your undergraduate degree, if you're applying for your master's program, faculty or the admissions team based on your medium of instruction letter will review and come back to you. But honestly speaking, students, I do understand you would be working, time will be pressing, but an English language test is really helpful because when you're coming here, you're coming to an environment where the language is critical for your success. The more confident you are, the more confident you can communicate and engage with people will make your life very easy in terms of looking at long-term opportunities in New Zealand. That would be my personal advice out of experience here. Thank you.
Yeah, Ashish, again, a couple of questions from IELTS required or without IELTS. Again, there are opportunities and options if you have studied from a UK university. If it's all recognized, it can be waived. You can take Duolingo or other options also. Again, without IELTS, Ashish, options are limited, if I'm not wrong.
I've already answered that same thing.
Sure. Again, could you please inform? I think same questions coming multiple times. Apologies for that. This is to Dema. If you're asking same question again about visitor visa for a child, we need to see the full case, not one.
True.
Shabazz, my CGPA is 3.76 and 3.5 in BBA agribusiness, whereas the PD score is 71. If you want to pursue a PhD in agribusiness from Waikato University, what I want to pursue, I can't talk about the PhD in terms of your academic and numbers. It depends upon what course you're coming in.
Yeah.
Which university? That's another thing. So it'll be a bit broad question. Is that correct, Ashish, if I'm not wrong?
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Yeah.
It'll be good to see the whole document. If you can share your document, we are happy to assess and recommend you to the next step. Hi, again, I'm from Bhutan. Could you please confirm whether... again, we've answered this question multiple times. Sorry now. Again, please reach out to our office in RBS, and I believe it will be helpful. Ram Chetri, do your firm have a lawyer to do a temporary partnership visa? So Ram, yes, we support every student for their partnership cases. We have 6 to 7 licensed immigration advisors. There will be a small fee charged for that, but we process roughly 300 plus cases every year for partnership cases only, or partnership category only. Prem Raj Kanal, can we get details in Nepal? So please go to our website. We have Nepal office in Tinkune and Putisaragi. You're welcome to visit them, and they will give you options to what to go for. We have Mimad. Can you tell me again about PhD? We have talked about it. Sorry, Mimad, please email us. We'll give you options. We just need to make sure that we are on time with all answers. What if international students couldn't complete a PhD in 3 years' time? What about the fees in that case? The student pay for the 4th year or paying for 3 years is max. Ashish?
Sure. So I think if you're not able to complete your PhD in 3rd year, you'll have an extension for a year, but you'll obviously will have to pay for it because it's your additional year of study and engagement with the academic staff. Yeah.
Great. For 1 year master, do we need to pay full tuition fees? Or once you pay partially? No, you're not allowed to pay partially. You have to pay fees after AIP, which is approved in principle. So nobody's paying fees before visa. As and when immigration approves your visa in principle, you have to pay tuition fees, but it is for 1 year. New Zealand doesn't accept part payments, so please, thank you very much on that. And that's the difference between Australia and New Zealand and other countries. We do accept 1 year, but after visa. So you don't lose money. What about the master's degree duration to get a student eligible for 3 year post study? 1 year, 1.5 or 2 years? I mean, in all these 3 cases, depend upon your master's is 1 to 1.5 or 2 years. You can get 3 year post study work options. So please, it should be 30 weeks qualification, equivalent to 1 year to get your post study work visa for 3 years. It should not be master's or certificate. It should not be PG certificate qualification. I think we've answered this question. I've applied for master's in engineering practice in mechanical engineering, 120 points. So this is Manoj.
Sure. So Manoj, great. Manoj, what I'll do is, because Masters of Engineering Practice, irrespective mechanical, civil, that doesn't make a difference. But Masters of Engineering Practice is a faculty assessed qualification. What I will do is post this call, I'll reach out to, or I'll request the RBS team, the admissions team, to just drop me a quick email on this student with details. I will do my best to organize an update on your application by early next week so that you have time still to apply for your visa. Because it's a faculty assessed program, it takes longer. And glad to know that you've applied for a 12 months 120 credit program. We will do our best to organize an update to you by early next week. Yeah.
Okay. I think Ram Chetri, I'll give you an option. Please email us. We can send you the options of our lawyers. hello@rbsintellect.com. It is on the website, or it's on this slide. Again, Shahbaz, please send your documents on hello@rbsintellect.com. I will be finishing question. This will be my last question from Shahbaz Wala. I've completed 18 years of education in MS Management, specialized in agri-business. I think we've answered this question already. Sorry. So we have covered a lot of things. Ashish, anything you want to add for a few 30 seconds? Otherwise, guys, we'll be finishing presentation in next 1 minute. Over to you, Ashish.
Sure. Thank you, RBS team, and thank you, students. It's been a good set of questions. It just shows that you guys are thinking. So my only advice to you is, at whatever stage of your career you are, or at whatever stage you're thinking, just do your research well. Because when you are coming to study abroad, your decision is not about just thinking I'm going to study. The decision is all about how your study can contribute to become a better human being. So do your research well, engage well with your counselors, and reach out to the right people. Because when you connect with right people, what happens is you get the right advice. And I will recommend you to be in touch with the RBS team. They will ensure that your journey and transition is smooth. Whether you come to Waikato or anywhere else in New Zealand, I'll just say with one word, stay safe and stay blessed. Thank you.
Thank you, Ashish, and thank you everyone for joining in. We will be running another webinar shortly in another week time. Please join if you are linked to for more options, more institutions, more courses and details. Thank you again. Thank you, Ashish, for everyone.
No
And
problem.
again, for everyone joining in, please email us your CVs and details so that we can provide you more options in a